In this video, I'm going to do a review and walkthrough of ViidCloud, a product by Mario Brown and Mosh Bari that's available on JVZoo. I'm going to take you inside the members area and show you how this product works. We'll go over the sales funnel. I'll go over my pros and cons, and lastly, I'll give you my personal opinion as to whether or not you should pick up this product. So let's dive right in. Alright, so what is ViidCloud? Well, ViidCloud positions itself as an all-in-one video marketing solution by combining video hosting and video marketing. Now, this product is clearly targeting beginners. So if you read this headline right here, video hosting and marketing agency without any budget, video skills, or marketing experience, this verbiage is clearly targeting beginners, okay? Now, ViidCloud likes to compare themselves to Wistia, Vimeo, and Vidyard. Okay, this is on the sales page, but they're clearly targeting these three established brands. Okay, now I am a current user of Vimeo. Okay, and I'm going to talk about the reason why I pay for a service versus a one-time product, a one-time payment for a product. Okay, and I have my very strong opinions about that. Okay, and I'm going to share that with you towards the end. Now, one thing that we are going to do towards the end is we are going to run this product through the Shiny Detector checklist. Okay, so if you stick with me through this video, towards the end, we're going to run this product through there. Now, this Shiny Detector checklist was designed to help you determine whether or not the product that you're looking at, whether it be on JVZoo, Warrior Plus, or ClickBank, whether those products are indeed shiny objects. Okay, because a lot of these products that are on those sales platforms are targeted at beginners. I've been there before. I've purchased many of these products, and so I wish I had a checklist like this. Now, this checklist is free. I'm going to offer it up to you, and there's going to be a link down in the description below. Again, it is totally free. It is cloud-based, so you can use this anytime you want, anytime you encounter a product and you want to determine whether or not it is a shiny detector. Okay, so now let's go ahead, let's jump into the members area. All right, so when you first log into ViidCloud, this is what you're going to see. This is the dashboard area. If you click on this arrow right here, this is your menu options right here. Okay, so I'm going to go through these various options so you can see what it looks like as you go through this ViidCloud product. Okay, so first of all, this is a review copy. Okay, so there are some limitations, but you're going to see that there are a lot of test campaigns that are already being run here. Okay, but we're going to go through each one of these. So first of all, let's start off with the training and tutorials. So when you click on that, take you to a training and tutorials page, and I've gone through these videos. They're easy to follow, okay, and they're easy to understand. And so you need to go through this so you understand how this product works. Okay, then the first step here is campaigns. So you can either access your campaigns by clicking on this button right here at any time, or this button right here. Okay, so we're just going to start off by clicking on that button. You're going to give your campaign a name. So we're going to call this campaign 1. Okay, and we're going to click on next step. This is where you're going to upload your video. Okay, so this is, you can either drag or drop a video in here, or you can browse for a file. I have a file that I'm just going to drag into ViidCloud, and we're going to let that upload. And once that's uploaded, if you want to take a look at the video, all you have to do is click on this link right here. I know it's kind of small, kind of hard to see, so I'll just zoom in. So right here, click to see, that's where you can see the video. If you want to use a different video, all you have to do is do the same thing, drag or drop or browse for a file. Now, you can also add a password, so you can password protect that video. Okay, I'm not going to do that for this example, but you can do that if you want to. Now, the next step is to set a thumbnail. Okay, now there are a couple of options that you can do right here. Okay, so you can do the standard thumbnail. All right, so if you've already created one, all you have to do is drag and drop it here, or you can browse for the file and your thumbnail will show up over here. Okay, but in this case, what I want to do is I want to create a GIF from the video. Okay, so here's the video. Okay, we can play it right here, so you can see this person's typing. I want to choose a specific point here. Okay, I can choose how long I want this to be, okay, or where I want it to start from. So I'm going to choose this area right here, and I'm going to create a GIF. I'm going to click that button right there. You're going to see that it's kind of processing right here. And then now you can see here is the automated GIF, okay? So you can see that it looks like it's playing, all right? And this is what's meant to attract people to have them click on that button. So now let's go to the next step. And then the next step is where you are going to set your overlay. Okay, right now it's transparent. Okay, or it's almost near transparent, okay? So you can see right here, but you can also darken it up as much as you want, okay? And you can change the color if you want to as well. So if you want to use a different color, you can do that. Now, there's also a play button animation here. So this is the rubber band animation. So let's see what the heartbeat looks like, okay? There's jello, there's bounce, and there's swing, okay? And down here, you can even choose the play button style. So you can go down the line and see which one you like, okay? And just choose the one that you like. And in terms of the play button title, you can also customize this right here. So play this, right? So you can see right there. You can also change the text color as well as the text size. So you can increase the size to as large as you need to, okay? And then also one of the features they have right here is a call to action, okay? Now when you go over here, you can see there's 3 different types of call to actions. There's a button overlay, okay? There is an opt-in overlay, so you can collect an email address, and there is an auto redirect, okay? So let's go over here. In fact, let's stay right here at the opt-in overlay. You can choose the timing. So when the video is paused, this will show up at the end of the video, or you can set a specific time in that video, okay? Also too, you can change this information in here if you want to. You can change the text color, the text size, okay? The button text, the text color for the button, as well as a button color, okay? Now, I'm just gonna leave this on this, okay? This is what I'm gonna use in the next step here, but you can also connect your autoresponder. They have different autoresponder integrations right here. You know, if yours is not here, I'm assuming they're gonna add more, okay? So you're probably gonna wanna open up a ticket with them to let them know what your autoresponder is. The next step is to set your meta tags and your tracking code. So if you want to add your tracking code, your header script, your footer script, you can add them in here. You can set your meta tags right here as well. I'm not going to add those in here. We're going to move on to the next step, which is to choose your templates. Now the templates, I'm going to show you what they look like. So we're going to skip this part right now, okay? But essentially you can create a customized template and you can add that video to that template. So they have these landing page templates, and I'm going to show you what those look like. So what we're going to do is we're going to save our campaign, okay? And when we come to the front, here it is, campaign number 1. This is our campaign right here. You can see the clicks, visits, watch time, engagement rate. You can make a copy of it. You can edit it again if you want to, and you can delete it if you want to, okay? So now what we want to do is we want to check out templates. So let's head on in here, and you can see right here, they've got a bunch of templates that you can choose from. These are all pre-made, okay? But you can customize them if there's a color or something that you really like about it. But there's not a very high level of customization on these, okay? I'm just letting you know. So basically, you know, if you don't have a page builder, then this is going to be your other option, okay? So let's go ahead and let's just see what one of these looks like, okay? So we're going to click on this business services one right here, okay? And once you select the one that you like, you're just going to go on customize template. This is going to open up their page builder, their template builder, okay? So you want to give your template a name. So we're just going to call this template name. Okay, so you can see it right there. And then in each area right here, if you click on it, you're able to customize the page. So right here would be normally where your logo is. So you click on that, and then let's go ahead and let's find a logo to add in here. So I'm just going to type in, and we're going to look on Pixabay, see if we can find anything here. So I like this one right here. It's a little tooth. So I'm going to add that in there so you can see it processing. And that is where the tooth or your logo would be, okay? Now this banner right here, this is where you can customize this as well. So if we click on it, let's go ahead and go into Unsplash. You can see how this works. Let's just type in business, okay? And see what kind of photos show up here, okay? So let's go ahead and let's click on this one right here. Okay, so you can see that it fills it in automatically. Again, not much customization. Like I can't crop it, I can't enlarge it even more. It's just gonna be right there. Okay, so it just drops it in right for you. Okay, now let's add in another picture here. So let's just click on that and add in there. You can see it loads pretty quickly. Okay, you can also click on this area right here. Okay, and this is where you're able to change the text. So you can see the text right here. If I want to change it, I can change it. Okay. You can also change this if you want to as well. So if you want to get rid of some words, you can do that as well, or add in other words, okay? Now, this area right here, this area right here where you see this is where your video is going to reside. Okay, you can't move it any other place. This is where the video is going to be. Okay, so these templates, like I said, they're not very customizable. Okay, but again, if you are in a pinch and this is all you can use, then that's all you got. Okay, you got to work with what you got. Now you can customize the buttons. Okay, there's share links right here for Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So all you have to do is customize that with your personal links. Also, there's a contact form. Okay, you can customize that as well, and you can choose your autoresponder. And of course, if you don't have one of these, you can also use a custom HTML form. Okay, so when you're done, all you're going to do is you're going to save your template. Okay, so once that's done, it says well done. Okay, and here it is, template name. This is our template list. Now, what I want to do is I want to add that video to this template called template name. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our campaigns right here. Okay, and we're going to edit campaign 1. So we're going to go and edit, and we're going to head over to choose templates. And this is where we're going to add our video to template name. Okay, the template that we just created. So all you have to do is save it. Okay, and let's go back to our campaigns right here. Here's campaign number 1 that we just did. Okay, you can see right here that there's a little extra button right here. This is for the link. Now, if we click on this link, you're going to see our page that we just created. Okay, so here it is, and here is the video. Again, there is no customization or hardly any customization at all. It's not like I can move this up to the top where I probably would want it to be, but this is where it ends up. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the playlists. And as you can see, there are a couple of playlists that have been created already. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of these. So what this allows you to do is to add videos into a page or onto a page and share this page with other people. So let's say you have clients and you want to share some videos with them or some samples, you can do that. And they can click through and they can preview the videos that you've embedded for them. Okay, so that's what the playlist feature looks like. Then we're going to head over to storage, and they've got several storage options. So the default storage option is for Amazon S3. Now, I don't know specifically how much space they dedicate for each person that signs up. Okay, that's something that hopefully you can open up a ticket if you do purchase this product, that you can find out how much space they give you. Now, granted, this is a one-time price. Okay, there's no monthly fee, so therefore I'm going to tell you right now, I'm pretty sure they're not going to give you a ton of space. Okay, so you're better off if you've got your own Amazon S3 account or your own Dropbox account. You're better off doing that as well. Okay, and using your own storage. All right, that way also you have more control. And if anything happens to this software, okay, as I mentioned earlier, there was like some kind of, the features were good for 60 months. What happens on month 61, right? Are you going to lose everything, right? And you don't want to rely on someone else's space. So this is where you probably be better off putting those videos on your own Amazon S3 account or in your own Dropbox account. Now, right here, this little airplane, this is the autoresponder connections right here. So they've got Aweber, Constant Contact, Sendio, MailChimp, SendLane, GetResponse, and MailPoet. Okay, and right here, this is where the leads are captured. Now, if you don't use an autoresponder, this is where your leads are going to end up. Okay, and if you want to, let's say your autoresponder is not even listed, then it's going to end up right here. You can export a CSV to your preferred autoresponder company. Okay, so you can collect the leads here, download to an CSV file, and then upload that. Okay, and then down here, this is a users list. And from what I can gather, this is mainly for, let's say you are outsourcing some of the tasks and you have somebody that is like a virtual assistant. You can provide them with a specific access level. Okay, but that's how ViidCloud works. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the sales funnel. All right, so the front end product, ViidCloud, this retails for $47. Okay, now OTO number 1 is $37, and this is for ViidCloud Unlimited. And according to ViidCloud, this removes the ViidCloud logo. You get more customization options and features, unlimited options, and more. Okay, what these additional options, features, and more are, I have no idea. Okay, so OTO number 2 is $67. This is for ViidCloud Pro. You get more features, more templates, advanced capabilities, added integrations, and more. And again, I don't know there was no specifics in terms of the advanced capabilities, added integrations. Okay, so you're going to have to, as you go through the funnel, you're going to have to pay attention, particular attention to the information that they give you. Now, OTO number 3 is $97, and this is for the ViidCloud marketing kit. Now, this is everything you need to start and run a successful and lucrative video agency. So you get proposals, contracts, a website, brochure, and much more. And OTO number 4 is $197, and this gives you white label rights. So you get full white label rights. You get your logo, your branding, your business information. You can sell ViidCloud as your software solution and keep all the profits. Now, again, you're going to have to go through the funnel. I don't have access to these upsells, so I don't know what they are, even though I do have some of that access in the evaluation copy. Okay, so you need to carefully go through the funnel and determine whether or not any of these upsells are worth your paying your hard-earned money for. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's talk about the pros and cons. All right, so the pros and cons, let's talk about that. So first, the pros. Well, it works, right? We saw an example of how it works. It's pretty fast, which is nice. Also, there's training available, and we reviewed that very early on. I went through the training, and the training was easy to follow, and the product is very simple to use. Now, for the cons. Now, this one's a big one for me. Anytime I encounter a one-time fee solution, it always raises red flags, because how do you support a product like that without any type of recurring monthly, payment? Okay, that's the reason why I pay monthly for an autoresponder or yearly for an autoresponder. That is why I pay annually for a page builder, as well as other services that I use in my business. Another question I had was, what was the size of the default server, that Amazon S3 server space? When you purchase this product, what is the allotment of space that they give you? Okay, so that you can store your videos, all right? And so there was no indication of that. So for me, the recommendation would be to use your own hosting, okay, whether it be Amazon S3 or whether you use that Dropbox option. Another con for me was the lack of customization. You saw the templates, and there was really no way to drag and drop things in there, okay? The templates were there. It was set pretty much. You could just customize a few things in there, and that was it. Okay, so again, if you are hard pressed and you don't have the money, then that's the only solution you have. Then you're gonna have to work with that. Otherwise, you'll be better off using a page builder and embedding that video using some of the code. Okay, and then lastly, there were some things that I discovered on the sales page that I want to talk about. And one of the things that I want to show you was I'm going to show you on the sales page. All right. So when you are on the sales page and you click on the buy button, okay, to get ViidCloud, the commercial plan, okay, when you scroll down here, it's $47. But one thing that I noticed that was right above it was right here, and it says full access to all above features for 60 months. So 60 months is 5 years, and 5 years is a long time in the internet marketing world. But still, 60 months, does that mean that after 60 months, this product goes away? And, if you have built up a clientele and you have a lot of videos on there, what happens after that? Or what happens, with this software in general after 60 months? Is it not going to be supported? Okay, some of these things you really need to think about when you consider purchasing a product like this, especially for one that is at a one-time cost. All right, guys, so let's run ViidCloud through our Shiny Detector checklist. As you recall, I talked about this earlier. I'm going to give you free access. There's going to be a link down in the description below. This is a free checklist. It is cloud-based, and you can use it anytime there's a product being promoted to you that's on JVZoo, Warrior Plus, or ClickBank, okay? Now, the goal of this Shiny Detector checklist is to allow you to think objectively, okay, to figure out whether or not these products that are being sold to you are shiny objects. Because as we know, as beginners, it's a veritable minefield of shiny objects out there that are designed to part you from your hard-earned money, okay? So what this checklist does is, if you choose, or if you tick 5 or more of these items, then it's a good chance that this product could be a shiny object, okay? And not only is it the items here on the checklist side, but it's also the common sense factors. You have to factor those in as well, okay? So we're gonna go through this as quickly as we can. I could make an entire video about it, but I'm just gonna go through it as quickly as possible to determine whether or not this product could be a shiny object, okay? So first of all, screenshots of profit. You know, I didn't see any screenshots of profit, so I'm gonna leave that unchecked. Selling a lifestyle or a dream instead of a service or a tool. This one's kind of a gray area for me, so I'm gonna leave that unchecked as well. Now, anytime you want a deeper explanation, all you have to do is click on the plus symbol and it'll drop down and you can get more information about what that bullet point is all about, okay? Fake countdown timers at refresh. I'm gonna say no, I did not see that on the sales page. Promises of guaranteed rewards, such as passive autopilot traffic, sales, followers, and leads. You know, check the wording very carefully. Now, do they imply service guarantee, their service guarantees results? I'm not sure. This one's even more of a gray area too, because when you take a look at this part of the sales page, it talks about, you know, it's the ultimate shortcut to quick starting your own video hosting and marketing agency. You know, new users are getting amazing results, and it's the surest way to have clients for years to come. So I'm gonna check that one, okay? Because it seems like it's almost too good to be true, okay? Now, unrealistic claims of origin. Let's see what that's all about. Does a product or service claim to be the first of its kind or never seen before method? Now, there was one thing on the page that they talked about, and that was their proprietary video to GIF technology. Okay, so they're saying that it's the only software that solves the autoplay disabled feature introduced by Google and Safari. And I know that there are other products out there that can do that. Okay, now again, it's a single price or single fee product. Okay, and if it was proprietary software, you would think that they would charge a monthly fee for it. Okay, they would lower the price and maybe charge a monthly fee so that they can make money off of that. Okay, so again, to me, that is something that's unrealistic. Okay, in terms of claims of origin. Okay, luxury items. You know, obviously when I looked at the page, I didn't see any of that stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that unchecked. Check the testimonials on previous products. Now, this one was difficult because on this page right here, this part of the page, they didn't update the testimonials. So I have no idea, you know, whether or not they are going to have these testimonials. Okay, so at this point, I can't really check that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it blank. It says check proof screenshots on previous products. Okay, so you can go to Google and search for previous products by the vendor. You can search for terms like, you know, the vendor name, Munchai, vendor name, products, and check their proof of income or whatever results they claim to have gotten. And are the same or not? Okay, I can't do that again. You know, this is all still being developed, their sales page, and there's a lot of stuff that's still missing. Okay, now check the product launch history to see if they are a serial launcher. And it says, does the vendor launch a fresh product every single month or every second month? Okay, and based off of that, do you think they're going to provide good support if they're doing that? Now, I know for a fact that one of the two founders does launch products on a regular basis. So I'm going to check that box right there. And it says check the legal pages for discrepancies. And what this means is if you scroll down to the bottom of the sales page and check their legal pages, you know, privacy policy, income disclaimers, you know, this says right here that some of the vendors don't even bother updating those. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's take a look and let's scroll down to the bottom of this page and see if we can check out their legal disclaimers. Okay, so let's go all the way down to the bottom, and here we are at the bottom, and down here is the terms of service, privacy policy, disclaimer, and their support. So let's start off with the terms of services. Let's click on that, and it opens up this page right here. I'm going to drop this down so you can see the URL. It says Doc Studio FX 360, and so that does not say ViidCloud. Okay, so I want to see what that's all about. I'm going to copy that, and I'm just going to paste it to see what that is. Okay, and what this is, Doc Studio is some kind of app here. Okay, so basically they haven't updated their terms of service, even with the privacy policy. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Again, This says Doc Studio again. Okay, so they have not updated that with the proper legal pages. Okay, so for that, I'm gonna check that. Okay, so I've got 4 out of the 5. Okay, before we can consider that to be a shiny object. But let's move over to the common sense factors. Okay, because again, you know, there are some things that are missing. So I'm not sure whether or not the shiny detector checklist would hit that 5 mark, but we're going to go over to the common sense factors. Have you dealt with the vendor before? If you've purchased from the vendor and did not like the product, don't buy from them again. Okay, that's common sense factors, right? If you bought a product, it didn't live up to the expectations, why would you buy again? So I did buy products from both of these co-founders or these founders, and one of the products I did not like. Okay, so I never bought from that person again. So again, that makes sense. So I'm gonna click on that. I did not check for YouTube or Google for reviews, okay? But you can use this as a way to get additional information, okay? And the most important thing is when you do search for product reviews, that you look for people who speak against the product, okay? And listen to what they have to say, because they could be providing you with a valid point of view, okay? So I did not do that, so I'm gonna leave this unchecked. I'll never buy one-time fee platforms. That was a big thing for me, okay? And there are 4 types of services that you should never buy a one-time fee, okay, or spend your money on. And those include hosting providers, email autoresponders, video hosting, webinar software, okay? You know, these types of products require a lot of upkeep, okay, and bandwidth. And so, you know, you've got to factor in that you need to pay to support those products, okay? This was a one-time fee platform because it involved video hosting. So we are going to check that box right there. Don't justify the price. Okay, this is common sense, right? A lot of us do that. We're like, well, it's only this, right? Well, it's only that. And it's not that big of a deal. It's not that much money. But again, when these types of things add up, okay? So, you know, it's $47, a little bit more expensive than $19 or $17, okay? Or even $27. But again, you know, don't justify the price. In the past, I would probably look at it and think, wow, this is such a great deal that I probably would pick it up, okay? Now, I'm gonna just leave that unchecked, okay? But I just want you guys to know, don't justify the price, okay? Now, take the sales page with a pinch of salt. And what this is sales pages are there to sell, type of the product, so you take it with a pinch of salt, okay? Now, I've got 6 boxes checked here, 4 of them on a shiny detector checklist, and there are some missing things on here, okay? And I need to do additional research. But off the top of my head, this never buy one-time fee platforms is a biggie for me, okay? So with that, I've come up with at least 5 reasons, okay? Or 5 items that I've checked off, okay? So for me, this indicates that this could be a good chance that it is a shiny object. Now, let's go ahead. I'm going to give you my personal opinion on whether or not you should pick up this product. All right, so what's the final verdict? Should you or should you not pick up ViidCloud? Well, in my personal opinion, I recommend that you do not pick up ViidCloud, okay? Now, this is based off of my research, also utilizing the shiny detector checklist. Now, there are a number of things that were concerning to me, but number one, and probably the most important, was the long-term viability of ViidCloud. This is a one-time fee type of a software. And for me, supporting a software over a period of time, the longevity is probably the most important thing because you're investing in your business, okay? So with that, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you found it to be useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Lastly, if you want to grab your copy of the Shiny Detector Checklist, then click on the link below to grab your copy. It is free, it is cloud-based, and you can use this anytime you want to evaluate a product that is being promoted to you. This is Ken Furukawa from kenfurukawa.com, and I'll see you in my next review.